Hey y'all, so I just wanted to make a quick video just to share something with y'all because it's pretty relevant to one of the main things I want to share on this channel, and that is the constant battle with the asshole that is my mind. So I don't know how scripted this is going to be. I made some notes for myself, but I'm trying to just sit here and talk to y'all. I guess I should try that at least once. So I'll try not to ramble, although that is my thing, but I know how annoying it can be. So I've been having a slower time getting going with all this than I had really hoped or planned. I'd figured once I get the intro video and the brain aneurysm videos loaded, I can really get going. I'll get on my schedule and I'll start following it, and I'll get a video out every Friday or weekend, and then the overwhelm and depression and crippling social anxiety kicked in. Oh, it's so nice to see you, mind. I thought for a second I was gonna just get to help people and actually enjoy it, but I'm so glad you showed back up to ruin it. So the day I'm filming this was just Sunday the 17th. I believe we are now going into Monday the 18th, and if that's the day I get this loaded, then happy birthday, sister. So I should have had my next video filmed and edited by now. I really should have had one filmed and posted already and be working on the next one. But for those of you who understand how the battle with depression and anxiety goes, which has been much worse for the past 16 years since my brain injuries, as it is for so many of my survivor brothers and sisters, then you know why I haven't been able to spring into action like I thought and hoped I was going to once I got my channel going and those first videos out. Things so often don't go the way you plan or hoped when your mind is against you. And when your brain has had the audacity to hurt itself multiple times, it's just even more annoying. But instead of sitting around and just beating myself up, although don't worry, I'm doing that too, I figure it's an opportunity to share with y'all since it's kind of the whole point and everything. So I really thought once I got those first videos up and my channel officially launched, it was going to be the jolt I'd need to really get going. So I had gotten the script for the next video done and polished, and then I didn't start filming. And then I didn't start filming the next day either. There was always some reason to not to. Some reason to say, well, not today, I'll try tomorrow. But as so often happens in my life, tomorrow was a bust too. Then I start beating myself up, which doesn't help because that just fuels the depression, which is what's keeping me down and out anyway. And my sleep's completely fucked, which is one huge reason I'm not getting anything done and I'm depressed. I'm in a horrible cycle of staying up ridiculously late, sleeping too late, then hating myself for doing both of those things, and then not having enough time or energy to get things done. And it keeps going because I stay up late from sleeping 10 or 12 hours. And before I know it, I've stayed up till dawn again, and the whole cycle restarts. I am trying to do a little better, though, the past couple days. I was doing so great for a couple years, too. The last day of August in 2017, after Hurricane Harvey, I had started doing my Pilates. I'd written a post on my blog about it, and I stuck with it. I had told the internet I was going to do it, all one person who actually saw the post that I'd shared to Twitter and Instagram. And so I felt like I really had to stick with it. And that turned out to be what I needed to stay committed. The whole reason I'd made a vow to do my Pilates was to help battle my depression. A friend of mine from high school who battles severe depression, anxiety, and other mental disorders, she works out whenever she's depressed, and she looks friggin' amazing. Well, she did the last time I saw one of her posts, but to be honest, I've been keeping off of social media as much as possible in the interest of clinging to my last splitting thread of sanity. Anyway, I saw how much it's helped her to work out when she's depressed, and I thought, well, I can't really go to the gym. The gym at our complex sucks because it's for old and crippled people like me, and it's pretty much been closed since COVID hit anyway. And there isn't much in the way of like real exercising that I can do, but I thought, well, I'll start doing my Pilates every day. And Pilates, as it turns out, even my adapted partially paralyzed Pilates, as I call them, really helped me to stay in shape, which is interesting and considering they're not exactly high impact. I did them every day for 2 years, except for a few days I missed while I was staying in the hospital with my husband because he had broken his back. I felt so confident. I was battling my depression so much better, and I felt so sexy. And then I let the depression win again. At first, I didn't just stop doing them. I'd make up for the days I missed by walking with my husband or changing the litter or doing something else that, took a lot more physical exertion. And we had started walking every day last year after COVID hit. And we were both doing awesome with it. And for a while, I was even doing Pilates and walking most days. I didn't always get them done every day. Then the pain started for both of us. My husband and I are ridiculously in tune. If one of us starts having or dealing with something, the other one usually starts dealing with it too. So he started having pain in his back where he had broken it after we'd walk for a while. And then I just randomly started having pain in my hips and my tailbone where I'd broken it while I was at Tulane in 2004. You might remember that from my brain aneurysm video if you watched it. That's where the pain was when my second aneurysm hemorrhaged. Excruciating pain in my tailbone. The pain I started feeling after we'd walk for a while was more like the arthritis pain that I have in my shoulders and my hips. And I think the degenerative arthritis probably spread from my hips to my tailbone. And I also thought it might have been because I walk kind of crooked with the way the spasticity and the paralysis affects my legs and everything. So I thought maybe the stress on my joints from walking so weird was causing the pain, but whatever it was, we slowly started walking less and less. Although my husband's been trying to get back into it, but the times he's walked lately are usually late at night, and I'd rather walk during the day. Anyway, the exercise had really helped me to battle my depression and keep it at bay, because no matter what happened on any given day, at least I'd done my Pilates right. But it's been several months since I last did them, and the times I have managed to do them have been few and far between lately, because even they started causing the lower back and tailbone pain too. I finally had to take out 3 exercises that I'd already had to modify or completely change a couple years earlier. Normally in a beginner's Pilates routine, you'd have 3 exercises you'd do on your side, and then you'd flip over and do the other side. But I had to quit doing them once my hips started going clunk, clunk in and out of the socket, and it was really, really creepy. And then once my knees started shifting in their sockets, it was even creepier, and I had to stop doing it because even with a copper fit sleeve on, it caused a lot of pain later. So I had changed those 3 exercises to 3 that were similar but that I could do on my back. But they eventually started giving me that same lower back and tailbone pain. So eventually I got where I just couldn't even do my Pilates every day anymore because I'd be bent over in pain after a couple days. A couple times I was able to do them every other day and I'd be okay, but sometimes it would flare back up again after several days, even with the break days. So I've still managed to stay at or below my high school weight, which is without the exercise, and that's probably the only reason I haven't completely given up on or beat myself to death. Anyway, I just really need to start doing my Pilates every other day again or so, just for battling my depression, if nothing else. maybe it would help me get going and get more stuff done for this channel every day too, because I really do want to get on that schedule that I came up with, and that way I would be getting new videos out every Friday or the weekend at the latest. Helping people really keeps me going, and finally starting this channel has given me a reason to not give up and keep going, so I can try to keep making videos to hopefully help people. So, to all of you who understand this ongoing struggle with my mind that so often wants me to give up and die, please stay strong and hang in there. I'm trying to stay strong and keep going for y'all. And maybe if I tell y'all that I'm going to start doing my Pilates again, you can hold me accountable. Until then, I'm going to try to focus on getting my sleep fixed and getting on a better schedule and trying to get one video out per week. So please stay strong with me. And as always, please be kind to and show love to everyone. Other depressed people know how much the kindness of strangers can really help you from going over the edge. I love all of y'all. Y'all come back.